Okay, Ruby, would you mind turning off the light over my head, if you wouldn't mind, please? Right, number 6. So, okay, let's do this. A survey was taken of 54 students, each who were studying one of 3 subjects, A, B, and C. So we have A, B, and we have C. So we've A, we've B, and we've C. So there's 54 in total, right? 3 subjects, 1 or more, and everyone's in the middle. It says everyone is studying 1 or more, so I'm just putting a 0 on the outside. I don't have to, I can just leave it blank, right? 6 students studied B and C. So I can't put anything in, because B and C overlap in 2 sections. I know the 2 bits add up to 6, but I don't know how they're divided up. 5 is A and C. So again, A and C overlap in 2 sections. So A is here, C is here. They overlap here and here, but that adds up to 6. It adds up to 5, but I can't. 3 times as many studied A and B as studied all 3 subjects. So A and B together, right? 3 multiplied by A and B together would be equal to all 3. Okay, I'll come back to that in a minute. Right, 20 students studied B. So again, B can't put anything in yet. Okay. 17 studied C only. Now I can put that in, can't I? C only is out here, isn't it? Okay. 14 students studied A only. So I can definitely put that in. So I can put in the only is very important there. Right. Using X to represent those students who studied all 3 subjects. Right, illustrate the above information on a Venn diagram. Okay, so let's go. 6 studied B and C. So B and C, so between these 2 bits they add up to 6. So what would this be? 6 take away X. 6 take away whatever that number is there. Right, dealt with that. A and C is 5. So what will I do? 5 minus X is here. Is that okay? Right. Now, 3 times studied A and B, so A and B together in here, so A and B are the 2 bits in here. So in the 2 bits, there's 3 times as there is all 3. So between the 2 bits, what's 3 times all 3? All 3 is X, isn't it? What's 3 times all 3? 3X. So between here and here, I have to have 3X. So how much have I in already? 1X. So what do I need to put in? 2X. Okay, is that alright? So that's dealt with that. And finally, 20 studied B. So if I add the bits I have, 2X plus 6 minus X. If I add the 3 bits I have, and then I take them away from 20, I'll find out how much goes in there, right? And I suggest writing it like that, okay, because the sign goes funny. All the signs get changed when there's a minus. So add them first and minus the answer and put it in a bracket so you remember to change all the signs. So that's 20, take away, add inside the bracket. 2X and X, take away X is 3X, take away 1X is 2X, isn't it? So that's 2X plus 6, agreed? Right, okay, so then a minus into the bracket there is 20 minus 2X minus 6, agreed? Okay, so that becomes a minus because you're multiplying it by a minus. So that would be 20 take away 6 is 14 take away 2X. So in here I have 14 take away 2X. Now if you want to leave it like that, you can, right? So if you just wrote in all that into it, that's correct also, but you just have to simplify it at some stage. So I just chose to simplify it now. But if you put in that line there into there, that's 100% correct. Is that okay? Yes?
Can you do the interwall then?
Yeah, I have to do that. I'm not finished yet if you give me a chance. Right, okay. Then they said solve for X. So I know all the sections, the whole lot, if I add up every single bit, I'll get 54. Right? So I go, right? So the first one is 14. Then I have plus 2X plus 14 minus 2x. Oh, sorry, I judged that very badly, didn't I? So that's 14 minus 2x. Then 14 plus 2x plus 14 minus 2x plus 5 minus x plus 6 minus x plus 17 all add up to 54. Is that okay? So every single section adds up to 54, right? So then build your wall. X is on one side, numbers on the other. So 14 is a number, it's moving. 2x is staying. Plus 14 is moving. Minus 2x is staying. Plus 5 is moving. Minus x is staying. Plus x is staying. Plus 6 is moving. Minus x is staying. Plus 17 is moving. So I'm going over the other side. 54 is on the right side. Okay? Bring over this 14, it becomes minus 14. Bring over this 14, it becomes minus 14. Bring over this 5, it becomes minus 5. Bring over this 6, it becomes minus 6. Bring over the 17, it becomes minus 17. So I've gone on to a second line there, sorry. Okay? Then put these together. 2x take away 2x gives me 0. Minus x plus x. Minus 1x plus 1x gives me 0. So on this side, I'm just left with a minus x. Over this side, 54 take away 14 is 40. Take away 14 is 26. Take away 5 is 21. Take away 6 is 15. Take away 17 is minus 2. Calculator job. Okay? And if minus x equals minus 2, change all the signs. Plus x must be equal to plus 2. And you know yourself, you should end up with a plus answer. Why should you end up with a plus answer? Because x represents the number of people, and you can't have minus 2 people. Right? Okay, so it has to be a plus. So if you get a minus answer, you've made a little mistake somewhere, go back and check it if you have time. Right? Is that okay? Yes.
I accidentally put 3x instead of 2x.
Yes,
But
here.
I got the same answer.
You must have made a second mistake somewhere.
Because they cancel out anyway, but
Oh, you ended up with a minus 3x in here?
yeah.
Right, okay, yeah. If there was, say, 20 marks going for that, you'd get 17. Okay, because you made one little mistake, right, but you did everything else right. Okay? So if you had 3x in there, girls, you made one mistake. Out of the whole thing, you made one mistake, so you only lose 3 marks. Is that alright? Okay. Are we all alright? Yes?
If you put into there, it would be around 2x. If you put in 3x minus 2, minus x, sorry.
Yeah, that's right, because 3x minus x is 2x. Yeah. Yes?
Just when you found out b,
I found out?
just like,
Yeah?
could you do the little thing for b? That's what I-
No, because you can't, because there's no equal sign. You can't just suddenly put in an equal sign, because you don't know what all of that equals to. Did you say equals 0?
I think it's 20.
Oh, so you did 14 minus 2x. Did you get the 14 minus 2x?
Yeah.
So you did 14 minus 2x plus 2x plus x plus 6 minus x equals 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll end up with 20 equals 20, so that doesn't help you, because all the x's will cancel there. You know, the 2x and the minus 2x will cancel, the x and the minus x will cancel, and you'll just end up with 20 equals 20, which doesn't help, doesn't tell you anything, so you have to do the whole lot. You could try, but it won't work out for you, it won't give you any new information. Okay? Right, are we alright? Okay, next one is number 7. Does anyone need me to do number 7? No. Number 8? Number 9? Okay, great. Right, really good. Right, okay, girls. Then the next chapters you have are the algebra chapters. So you've algebra 1, algebra 1 and factors, isn't it? So algebra 1, factors and the quadratic equations are the other 3 chapters you have, right? Okay. On the grounds that I'm not here tomorrow, right? Tomorrow someone will be minding you here. You do your own revision. So that's tonight you need to take photos of the book, or you need to bring the book for one day, or whatever. That's the work I'm leaving you, is revision. So you need to take the photos and have them on your phone if you don't want to bring the book. Okay, so will you write that in somewhere so you won't forget to do it? Because if you forget to do it, you have nothing to do tomorrow. So just bring revision for maths. So if that's, bring your notes copy, but I would imagine you need exercises from your book so you can do those. So take photos tonight, right? Or maybe if your bags are light. Are your bags light at the moment? Or are they still heavy with all the copies?
There, I take it tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe for one day you could chance bring in the book. I don't know, it's up to you, whatever suits you. So if you don't want to bring the book, take photos tonight of exercises that you can do in class tomorrow. Yes, Rose?
How much is that booklet?
Sorry?
No, that booklet.
You know, look.
Yeah,
They're €4. Right, okay, and do you need them for, you need the minus B formula, isn't it, for the test? Isn't that all? Right, okay, look, I'd love if you bought the log tables, but look, I'll put up the minus B formula on Monday anyway. Did you sign in late? Yeah, I'll change you on the thing, so. Right, so look, if you have these, you just need them for the minus B formula. Just this test, you will need them for other tests though, and whatever, okay? I'll stick this up on the board on Monday, right, for the test, okay? It is Monday we have our test, isn't it? So you're not going to see me again until Monday, right, okay? So, for that reason, I have 15 minutes left. Do you want to tell me any section you want me to go over? Because there's no point in me going over sections you get. Simplifying expressions, I presume, is all right. Adding like terms, etc. Right? Removing brackets, multiplying out two sets of brackets. Are you okay with that? Will I do a quick one just to make sure? Right, if you have 2x minus 2 multiplied by 3x minus 1. Okay? Multiply out the brackets. Does anyone remember what you do? You take the first term. So you take the first term in the first bracket, you multiply it by the second bracket. Then you take the rest of the first bracket and you multiply it by the second bracket. So I say split up the first bracket, write the second bracket down twice. Okay? Red alert. Why am I saying red alert? Because in the second bracket you're multiplying in by a minus 2. So don't miss out on that, because it'd be a shame to get all the hard bits right and make a mistake there. So 2 by 3 is 6, x by x is x squared. 2x by minus 1 is minus 2x, multiplying in by a minus 2. So minus 2 by 3x is minus 6x, and minus by minus is a plus, 2 ones are 2. Okay, then you add your like terms which are in the middle, so you get 6x squared minus 8x plus 2. Is that alright? Are we okay with that? Moving on. Solving linear equations, that's build a wall, x is on one side, numbers on the other. We're okay with that? Because we just did it in sets, yeah? Right. Solving problems using linear equations, okay? That's word problems, okay? When you're doing the word problems, girls, we could do hundreds of them, and I could do hundreds now, and you'll still get one you won't have seen. But what I say, when you're doing the word problems, don't read the whole sentence together. Read a bit, write something down. Read another, so if you think of a number and you go x, multiply it by 3, and you go 3x. Do you know what I mean? Take away 1, minus 1. The answer is, right, okay, and the answer is 11. Okay? Something like that. Okay? And then you build your wall, and x is on one side, numbers on the other. Is that right? But if you read the whole sentence together, you'll wreck your own head, and you won't be able to, it won't make sense at all. So when you're doing these problems, read a bit, write something down. Read a bit, write something down. Okay? Is that right? Okay. Then we had algebraic division. I'll definitely do one of those, will I? Yeah. So I'm on page 15 for an example for those. So I go straight to a hard one. Right, okay, so I'll go 3x cubed minus 2x squared minus 19x minus 6 divided by 3x plus 1. Okay, I'm going to do it the box way. You learned both ways, didn't you? Because I was out and, yeah, Mr. Oziak came in and showed you both ways, didn't he? I wouldn't have showed you both ways, I would have just showed you one way. Okay, x to the power of 3 means you do a 3 by 2 box. Okay, so if that was x squared, you do a 2 by 2 box, so 2 across, 2 down. When it's 3 x cubed, and you won't get anything higher than that, okay, you won't get anything higher than that. So x cubed is as high as it'll go, okay, so 3 by 2 box, okay. You're dividing by 3x plus 1, so that goes down the side. You put the first term into the first box. You put the last term into the last box. The first two diagonals go together to give me what? Minus 2x squared. Be careful, it's not 2x squared, it's minus 2x squared. And the second two go together to give you what? Minus 19x. Right? So then you say 3x multiplied by what will give me 3x cubed? X squared. Right? Plus 1 by what will give me minus 6? So plus by what will give me a minus? Plus by a minus. 1 by what will give me 6? 6. See the way I did the signs separate and the numbers separate. Okay? Right? Then you can fill in the inside by multiplying. So this one is 3x by minus 6, which is what? Minus 18x, isn't it? Okay, coronavirus on the way now, so I'm going to sneeze. I don't have coronavirus, I was joking. It's not funny, too soon. When do you think we'll be able to laugh about it? 2025? Hopefully halfway through 2021. Remember that, yeah. Anyway, plus 1 by x squared is plus x squared. Right, okay, is that alright? Okay, so then you have, this is where you have to work out one of these boxes. Which one? Your choice. So I'll always go for this one because I just do. So something plus 1x squared will give me minus 2x squared. So what number plus 1 will give me minus 2? Minus 3x squared. Okay? So then you can do 3x multiplied by what will give me minus 3x squared. Plus by what will give me a minus? Minus 3 by 3 ones are 3, aren't they? And then x by x will give me x squared. Okay, now do I have to write the 1x? No, you can just write the minus x. Okay, there's my answer. This one here is a check, so you'll always know you're right. Because when you fill in the last box, everything should work out. So you've minus 1x by plus 1, which is minus 1x. And does minus 18x minus 1x give you minus 19x? Yes, it does. So your answer is x squared minus x minus 6. Is that right? Okay. Do you want me to do it the other way? Yes, please. Right. Okay. If you don't like the other way, have some me time. Do you know what me time is? Yeah. Sit and think about life. Right. Okay. So 3x cubed minus 2x squared minus 19x minus 6 divided by 3x plus 1. So you go 3x, so you go first term into first term. So 3x into 3x cubed goes x squared times, doesn't it? Then you multiply. X squared by 3x is 3x cubed. X squared by 1 is plus x squared. Then you minus, so that means you change all the signs. That becomes a minus, that becomes a minus. They cancel. Minus 2x squared minus x squared is minus 3x squared. Then you have a minus 9, bring down the next term, minus 19x. So you do first term into first term. So 3x into minus 3x squared will go minus x times or minus 1x times. Okay, multiply. Minus x by 3x is minus 3x squared. Minus x by plus 1 is minus x. Change the signs, that becomes a plus, that becomes a plus. They cancel. Minus 19x plus x will give me minus 18x, and bring down your last term, which is a minus 6. Then you go 3x into minus 18x goes, it's a minus, and 3 into 18 goes 6 times, and x into x goes once. Multiply. Minus 6 by 3x is minus 18x. Minus 6 by plus 1 is minus 6, right? And then change the signs and everything cancels, meaning there's no remainder. And there's my answer up top. Okay? So that's how you do it that way. So if you prefer that way, Pick the way. Girls, don't do both ways. Do you hear me? You'll wreck your head trying to learn both ways. Pick one way, whichever way makes more sense to you, pick one way and do it, always do it that way. Okay? Don't do it both ways because you'll wreck your head. Yes.
You know the first one, what was that called? What you call the method you used?
The boxes. I just use it's actually called the array method, but I just call it the boxes. Okay? Is that right? Because you'll never have to name the method. You'll just have to do it. Right? Okay? Are we good? Long division, okay? Right, the next thing I want to do is inequalities. Right? Okay. So it would be solve and then plot on a number line. So solve. So if I had something, everyone's back to me now because I'm back on 3x minus 1 is less than minus 10. X is an element of z. Right. What is this bit here? What does that mean? It's an integer. Right. For integers, when I'm drawing the number line, what do? Dots. I do dots for natural numbers. I do dots for z, integers. And I do a thick, heavy line for real numbers. Do you remember that? So this is to draw my number line at the end. That's all. There's no difference in solving any of them. This just tells you whether you do dots or a thick, heavy line at the end. So if it's N and Z, you do dots. If it's R, you do a thick, heavy line. Okay? So same as before, build a wall. X is on one side, numbers on the other. So leave the 3x. The minus 1 is moving. Minus 10 is here already. Minus 1 comes over and becomes a plus 1. So 3x is less than minus 9. And then you divide each side by 3. And you get x is less than minus 3. Okay? So then you draw your number line. Where am I starting? I'm starting at minus 3. Is minus 3 included? Is it part of the answer? No. If it was part of the answer, there'd be an equal to sign there, but there isn't. So that means I'm starting at minus 3. So how do I show I'm starting at minus 3, but I'm not including minus 3? Open circle, isn't it? Now, I'm doing dots, and I'm going less than minus 3. So which way is less than minus 3? Left, isn't it? So what's next? Minus 4. Minus 5. I'm tired, so I'll just do an arrow. Goes forever. Okay? Is that right? I'll do another one of those. I'll do one where the big difference is. Right? So there's only one difference with these, and I'll show you what it is now. So if I have 5 minus 2x is greater than or equal to minus 7, and this time x is an element of R. Right, this is for the number line at the end. Tell me about the number line at the end. What will I be drawing? Thick, heavy line. Right, okay, x, build a wall. X is on one side, numbers on the other. So 5 is moving. Now be careful, minus 2x is staying. Right, that's a greater than or equal to. Then I have minus 7. Bring over the 5, it becomes minus 5, doesn't it? So that's minus 2x is greater than or equal to minus 12. Agreed? Now, what do I need to do? Divide each side by minus 2. But when you divide by a negative number, what have you to do? You have to reverse that. So that was a greater than or equal to, now it's a less than or equal to. You only do that when you're dividing by a negative number. So that only happens when you're dividing by a negative number. Is that alright? Okay, so they cancel and you get x is less than or equal to minus 12 divided by minus 2 is plus 6. So I'm starting at 6. Is 6 included? Yeah, because it's less than or equal to 6. So 6 is part of my answer. So close dot at 6. Now I have to go less than 6. What's less than 6? 5. Why aren't I putting in dots this time? Because I'm going to put in a thick heavy line. You'll see no dots anyway. Right? So a thick heavy line and an arrow to show it goes forever. Is that right? So the only difference between the inequalities and the equations are if you're dividing by a negative number, you must reverse the inequality sign. And number lines, N you draw dots, Z you draw dots, or you draw a thick heavy line. And if you can't remember, you look around at the bottom notice board and there's 3 number lines drawn out for you. The top one is N, the middle one is R, and the bottom one is Z. So you can see N has got dots on the top, you can see R has got a thick heavy line, and you can see Z, and they'll still be up on Monday because I'm not covering it. So feel free to look at them. Right? Okay? Is that right? Are we okay? Right. Are we okay with inequalities? Right, okay. Then that's it for chapter 1. Right, chapter 2 was factorizing. Okay, so quick rundown on factorizing. What you always try first, take out what's common. So you always try take out what's common. So you see if there's anything common across the whole line, take out what's common. Okay, so if there's something across the whole line, you take out what's common. You always try that one first. And if it doesn't work, what do? I do, if there's 4 grouping terms, difference of 2 squares, do you know what? I'm going to put in quadratics next. Quadratics, you know, where you break up the n number to get the factors that add or subtract to give you the middle number. You know that one? Difference of 2 squares. Now the reason when I taught them, I did 2, 4, 3. Okay, but the reason I'm writing it like this is, how do you recognize grouping terms? How many it's going to be? There's going to be 4 terms. How do you recognize a quadratic? Because there's going to be 3 terms. And how do you recognize it's the difference of 2 squares? There's going to be 2 terms. Okay, so that's why I put it in that. Okay, so I'll do an example of each one. Right, okay, so if I have AB plus BC minus AD minus CD. Okay, something like this. This is an easy one, but I just made it up. Pair off the first 2 together and the second 2 together. Out of the first 2, take out a B, and I'm left with an A plus C. Out of this, I'm going to take out a minus D. Now, what's the story when I take out a minus sign? The middle sign changes, doesn't it? So this becomes an A, that's a plus, and a C, and then my answer is B minus D times A plus C, yeah? Okay, do I have to write down the last line for you? Right, okay, right. Quadratic, right, is going to be an x squared term, right, an x term, and a number on its own. So I just have to get one out of the book so I know it'll work out. They're moving around upstairs, they're annoying me, putting me under pressure. So if I have 2x squared plus 5x, okay, so remember, if there's a number in front of x squared, you go 2 by 3 is 6, don't you? So you get the factors of 6 that subtract to give me 5. So my factors of 6 are 1 by 6 and 2 by 3. But you want them to subtract to give me 5, so which ones am I using? 6x and 1x. So split this into a 6x and a 1x. If I'm minusing them, I'm giving them different signs. So I'm making one a plus and one a minus. This one's a plus, this one's a minus. I have a 2x squared at the front, a minus 3 at the end, and the same as before. Now when you pair off the second 2 here, girls, there's nothing common. So what'll I do? When there's nothing common, what you do, take out a 1. Right, okay, right. See you on Monday for your test. Don't forget your revision for in class tomorrow, okay? Alright, bye now. I know.